Alrighty, the next part of the story, the partnership. By the way, my little guy is in the back there. He just had his immunizations yesterday, so he's a bit out of it. Anyway, the partnership. So, as I mentioned in the previous video, I had a mate, a traveling buddy that we had met a couple of times whilst holidaying and living it up abroad. He flew over from Canada to meet up with me in Bangkok, I think it was at that time. And as I discussed in the last video, we had previously talked about the idyllic dream of having a little bar and playing beach volleyball on a beach somewhere and just living it up and having this business on a tropical island. So anyway, he comes over and joins me. We end up in Koh Chang, and I jumped on a scooter and was just cruising around, and I noticed a business for sale. So I took a photo of that. That night, me and this guy, we went out in a boat fishing, and look, I just could not stop talking about all these ideas that were flooding into my head about, right, if we had a business here, this is what we could do. I won't go into too many details, but yeah, just look, you can imagine two single guys having a sports type bar on a tropical island in this village where it's pretty laid back and friendly and stunning, and it's kind of a backpacker's vibe. So my imagination was going absolutely wild, and this guy probably was just kind of like nodding his head going, yeah, hearing you. So I was really driving it, especially initially. And so anyway, sent an offer to this guy and he accepted. So after that, I guess we had made an agreement that we would go into this as partners, 50-50. And look, there's some great benefits to that because, we could alternate off seasons and help each other out. And he had a bit of a building type background, so that was great. He could help out with the build and all that kind of stuff. And the next plan was, well, I went back to Australia to pack up my life essentially and tie up some loose ends while this person stayed in Koh Chang and got the ball rolling actually. So had sort of knocked down the old building at the front and basically started that. So 3 weeks later, I got back to the island and literally hit the ground running. There was meetings with lawyers and a whole lot of running around, and the place was, a construction site to some degree. It was a bit of a mess, but we were both pretty excited. There was stacks to do. And then it was my former partner's time to head back to Canada to pack up his life. He was going to be away for 3-4 weeks, and then he was going to return, of course, and we were going to continue on. And all was good at that stage, pretty good anyway. I think we may have had a little disagreement about building design or something like that. I can't remember at the time, but I guess that was probably the first red flag. Was just, well, I think the roof should be like that, and actually you think it should be like that. Or it was, oh, I think we should take this building team, and I'm like, look, I think we should shop around and at least shop around and then choose the best team. So we're already having some sort of disagreements there. So this guy goes back to Canada. We're staying in touch, sharing updates. I was sharing updates as to what was going on the ground. And I was hearing back from him on a fairly regular basis. Until such time, about 2 weeks later, he stopped replying. I didn't hear back for a few days. And then it was about a week later, I still hadn't heard back, and I just started to think, you know what, I feel like I'm getting ghosted here. Feels like another breakup. So I think I was on a minivan traveling back from Pattaya to Koh Chang after dealing with some business, and the idea popped into my mind, this guy ain't coming back. He also didn't front the cash. I did. He was going to pay me back. So here I am going, holy crap, what if I'm going to be stuck here by myself? So I guess mentally I had already started to prepare myself, because instincts were saying, look, this doesn't feel right. It feels like I'm going to be on my own here. Oh, sorry, buddy. What's that there? Oh, poor little bub. All right, so where were we? No, he's not having it. So yeah, it would have been about a week after his last reply that, sure enough, I did receive a reply, and it was literally a breakup note. So it's a bit of a one-pager. Said things along the lines of, hey buddy, really sorry to have to do this to you, but I'm not coming back. This is probably more your dream, and yeah, it's probably a little bit too hard and too expensive for me. Along those lines. Good luck, I'm really sorry. And yeah, and that was it. That was the confirmation that I had suspected. So I was officially on my own. Had already bought the business, had already made a contract with the builders to demolish and rebuild, and was part the way through that. So I guess I had a choice in that moment to literally quit and burn $50,000+ right there and then, only weeks into the project, or go all in, back myself in, commit to overcoming all obstacles and doing whatever it took to get the job done. So I went all in.